Alright, how's it going, guys? This is Danny Smith for Art 317, and I'm doing my book review. The book that I have is The Americans by Robert Frank, who passed away earlier this month at the age of 94. So I thought it was one of the simpler books and more enriching and meaningful books that I could have chosen. And so I don't have a hardcover, but I do have it on my phone, so I'll show the pictures as I go and I talk about them. A lot of the images that Frank captured in what took about 2 years to make the book kind of is the range of the 1950s and what was happening in America during that time. And so we'll go ahead and we'll get started, as I realize I'm already a minute into this video. And so here's one of the photos. You can see being covered. I truly enjoy this image. I think it's the simplicity of photography that's kind of gone away as new and improved things have come out with cameras and social media and editing tools. That was another reason why I chose this particular book, was because it's just, I mean, when you think of the 1950s, right, you think of like just a simple time in life. Of course, there are a bunch of things, if we wanted to dig deeper into it, that make some of these images a little bit more meaningful. And so we'll go into here where we see, let's see if you can see that, right? And it's just the beautiful imagery of it, but also, right, like this is a bus, right? And so we see kind of how the divide in American culture and just the true realness of it is something that we don't think about when we take photos now. We kind of just think and we click and shoot. And so I think that pictures like this are like super important towards kind of what we need to talk about. And his images did that. And this was one of his biggest pieces that he was really known for. And after the 1950s, he went and did film, and he did things with rock and roll. He did a few documentaries about rock and roll, and kind of talking about how that American culture was something that will never be appreciated as much as it was, which is also super interesting. Gas, right? We don't have these gas stations anymore. Gas is almost $4, so it's right, times have changed, obviously, but just the simplicity of it, of all of his work, is super appreciative. There's another one of his images. Again, right, things like the simplest things about how we dress and how we look are very different now. So I'm going a little bit over my limit, so I will leave it at that. Again, that book is called The Americans by Robert Frank. That was made in the 1950s, and it was republished earlier this year, earlier this month, after his passing. Thank you.